you have any scenes with the Queen Bee?
Me and Seth Rogen, strangely, are on a song with Beyonce.
Wow. Basically, you're Michelle and Kelly. Some of the guys said, I'd never worn a Speedo before. What is that about?
Well, some packages were a little disappointing.
Welcome, RuPaul.
From New York to California, from Houston to Minneapolis, from Charlotte to Phoenix, we are doing some summer test shows, y'all, and I am feeling the love. Now, if you feel the love, let us know about it at RuPaul Show. Now, here in the studio, everybody is walking this runway. They are living their best lives. You look so gorgeous. Everybody say love. Everybody say love. Because that's what it's all about here on the RuPaul Show. Oh, come on. It came. I love seeing you guys on the monitor when you were slaying the runway. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. So, let's talk Slay of the Day. Y'all ready? You ready to figure out who got Slay of the Day? All right, it's that lady right there with the red flower in her hair. You right there. Come on up here. Come here. Yes. Head to toe. Yes, watch your step. Yes, mama.
Goodness.
Oh my goodness. What's your name and where are you from?
Heather Newman, and right here in LA, Marina Del Rey.
Hey, girl. Yes. She came to slay in her red on red. What did Lisa say? Head to toe. Head to toe. She got a flower in her hair. Girl, I want to see you slay the runway one more time. You got another one in you?
You betcha.
All right, go on over here and I'm going to watch. Come on. Yes, girl. Hit the music. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness, he's fabulous. Yes. Hello, Michelle. Hi, Ross.
Hi, baby.
You're kind of coordinated here. That's my favorite color, by the way.
That's orangey red.
It's like a tomato orangey storyline.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to say potato, and let's just call the whole thing off.
Okay.
Yes. All right, we got a great show. Now, he's the fearless funny man, best known for his hit TV show, Billy on the Street. Here's Billy in action right now. Watch this.
Sir, it's the Jonas Brothers.
What about them?
They took a break, now they're back.
Who cares?
Okay. Miss the Jonas Brothers are back.
Holy
That's right! Miss the Jonas Brothers are back. The Jonas Brothers, oh God, they're back.
Oh, God.
The Jonas Brothers.
Oh, my God!
Yes! They're back! They're back!
Oh, my God!
Oh my God!
Please welcome Billy Eichner. Oh my goodness, you're so skinny.
Oh, I mean, I'm trying.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it, I guess.
You're thinking about what you're eating.
Yeah.
So I know that you're in the Lion King movie.
I am.
Now,
Yeah. Thank you.
this is the live-action Lion King movie.
Yes, I'm.
Explain that to me, because I don't get out very often.
It's not live action in the traditional sense. We're not wearing animal costumes. You don't, thankfully. You don't see.
Although that would be kind of hot.
Yeah,
I would love that.
It would be very Cats. It's
Yes.
not like Cats on Broadway.
Yeah.
We're doing the voices of the characters, but it's all been done using virtual reality, and we end up with this very photorealistic, insanely real-looking aesthetic, where it really looks like the animals are singing and talking to each other. It looks so real, it will blow your mind.
Okay, you know what? You gave a real long explanation. All you had to do was say, look who's talking to the Lion King.
That's right.
Is that
Yeah.
right? That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Look,
Okay.
look who's talking to
I
the
love
Lion
Look Who's
King.
Talking.
Yeah.
Kirstie Alley, John Travolta, all my favorite Scientologists.
Okay, everybody wants, yes.
Well, I mean, they are.
They are, yeah. Everybody wants to know, do you have any scenes with the Queen Bee?
Yeah, so Beyonce
What
does...
character are you playing?
I'm Timon. So me and Seth Rogen are Timon and Pumbaa.
Uh-huh.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we sing Hakuna Matata.
Oh!
Right?
I know that song.
Yeah, that's a big
Yeah.
one.
I went to high school with her, actually. I did. Hakuna Matata.
But she... What I didn't realize is when I got the call that I was doing the part was that Timon and Pumbaa start and end the song "Can You Feel the Love Tonight," which I had
Oh,
forgotten.
yeah.
Because I hadn't seen the
been a
original.
long time,
It's been
yeah,
a long time.
yeah.
And so Beyonce and Donald Glover do the voices of Nala and Simba. So they say, yeah, they're incredible, obviously.
Those are the parents, Nala and Simba?
No,
Those are the babies.
Those are that's Simba's the main lion. He falls in love with Nala.
Right.
His dad dies,
Oh,
you know?
yeah, uh-huh,
Yeah,
right,
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Circle of life, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So James Earl Jones, who did the voice of Mufasa in the original, he comes back and does the voice again. Yeah.
So he says, I am your father, Musafa.
Pretty, whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Mufasa, you're watching CNN.
Yeah, exactly. I can't do that impression because I'll get in trouble.
Well,
but, like,
you know,
can.
I know.
But so he comes back because you can't replace him. But what I didn't realize is me and Seth Rogen, strangely, are on a song with Beyonce
Wow.
because we sing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight."
So basically, you're Michelle and Kelly.
I'm the fourth one they fired. Whoever that one was that they
was
fired.
Farrah and
Latoya.
Yeah, Latoya and
yes.
all of them.
Yes.
Latavia.
But your career is in great shape. You're doing
Trying.
movies, and actually, I saw you. There was an older film from many. You were like a child in it.
Oh.
And I don't remember what it was. What was your first movie?
My first movie, I mean, I haven't done many movies. I was a child actor as a kid in New York.
Yeah.
I did Saturday Night Live when I was 14 years old, and I played John Goodman's son in a sketch
Yeah.
on SNL.
Yeah.
And I did a bunch of things, but I was in Neighbors too. I'm currently writing this gay rom-com with that Judd Apatow is going to produce
Yeah.
for Universal.
Uh-huh.
Which I think will be the first gay rom-com ever made by a Hollywood studio, so that's cool.
That's been filmed.
That's been filmed.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. That's been filmed. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm still doing Billy on the Street
You're
videos.
still doing
and-
Billy on the Street. I saw
Yeah.
you with the Jonas Brothers.
We just did one with the Jonas Brothers. We've done a bunch recently. And strangely enough, I started doing Billy on the Street. The first time I made a Billy on the Street style video was for this live comedy show I was doing in New York when I was just starting out. That was the summer of 2004.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
strangely enough, this is the 15th year of me doing Billy on
Wow.
the Street.
Wow.
Thank you, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first heard of Billy on the Street, I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was about, a hustler who
Right.
tries to make rent money.
Yes, I do that too, but I don't film it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not for YouTube. Yes.
Yeah. And now I know that you're so busy. Do you ever have time to date people or
I
get
try.
out and see?
You know,
do you use the apps? And
I'm
stuff?
on the apps.
Yeah.
You know,
but they know
trying.
you. You're famous. They know who you are.
Yeah, that can be an interesting thing to navigate. But
Yeah.
also, what are you going to do? Like, that's how people decided to meet each other now.
Yeah.
I hate it. I was single in New York for about 5 years after college before the apps came along, and that was a lot more fun.
Yeah, because you'd go out to a club.
You'd go out, you'd meet people in person. Everyone lies about how they look in their photos.
Right,
you
right.
meet people, you think they're going to look one way, and then they don't.
Yes.
We've all been there, and then you have to struggle through that date and act like you're interested.
Yeah.
And then you're not.
Yeah.
And that's awkward. But what else? This is the world that we live in.
Well, but people expect a certain thing from you. I mean, you are not really like Billy on the Street.
No, thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're more introverted. So are
Yeah.
people disappointed when they meet you?
I think people are curious. I used to have a thing where journalists would be disappointed. First, they'd be scared. They thought I would come and yell at them or something, like I was the persona.
Yeah.
And then they would realize that I'm not the persona, and then I would feel a sense of disappointment.
That you disappointed them.
That I'm not going to come and shout at them. But I'm like, what did you think I was going to do? Show up at this cafe and start shouting at you? Like, you write for the New York Times.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a crazy person.
Although it'd be kind of hot if you did. You know?
Yeah. I'm not saying I don't shout at people ever.
Yeah.
Just not journalists.
So if you're an introvert, where does that come from? Where does that character come from? Is it your mom or your dad?
My parents had big personalities.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm introverted. I'm just kind of normal, if that makes sense.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this.
Wait a second. You want me to show up on a booty call wearing a medical mask? I don't know if that's gonna work.
You know, I just realized what it was that I saw Billy in when he was very young. On the plane, I saw What Happens in Vegas.
Yes.
And he's got one line in that.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I had one line. It was with Ashton Kutcher and Cameron Diaz.
Yes.
Yep, I was sitting behind a piano.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Ashton was very nice, and I had a line to Cameron Diaz, and I'm sure she's lovely. She chose not to look at me.
Uh-huh.
Which, it's a choice.
It's a choice.
To be made.
It's a choice.
When you're acting in a scene. No, she was great. It was fun. No, it was. It was fun.
And you've got more movies down the pike. You know, he's in The Lion King that's coming out this summer.
Yeah.
And what other things are coming up?
I'm doing my first comedy special for Netflix.
Oh, good.
Later this year.
So then that would be it. You would be the last comic on earth to now have a Netflix
yeah, they finally
special.
got to
They finally
me.
got to you.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause
There are dead comics who've gotten specials.
Everybody's got a
Yeah.
special on
It's
there.
exciting,
Yeah.
yeah.
And now, you know, you've got this new body. Now you're working with all that ass.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I'm still a Jewish man.
well,
Yes.
you know, one of the magazines, was it Men's Health, said that your body is ripped. Care to show everybody?
No, it's not. It's really not ripped.
It's not ripped.
No.
Oh, look at there. My goodness.
Oh, I look all right there.
Yeah.
That's like as good as it gets. You know why I look good there is because I was filming American Horror Story. I did 2 seasons of American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Thank you. And they told me with virtually no notice, Ryan Murphy emailed me and said, oh, hey, by the way, we start shooting in 3 weeks and you're playing a personal trainer. Bye.
Oh,
and
my
I had no
goodness.
notice. That's the way
Yeah.
Ryan rolls, which is fine.
Yeah.
I love him. He's
Yeah.
Ryan Murphy. And then I literally panicked
Yeah.
and started working out a lot and really watching what I was eating. And that photo happened in that time
Really?
period.
Did you have any nude scenes in that?
I didn't have to be totally nude, but I did have my first sex scene.
You
yeah.
did?
Yeah, with Colton Haynes.
Oh,
You wanna
my
hear-
goodness.
Who's a very lovely,
Yes.
beautiful young man.
Yes, yeah.
But this is a really funny story where they did need a full naked look at some point, and Colton and I both said, neither one of us wants to do that. Sorry to disappoint. But so they got us body doubles.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But they forgot the day they hired my body double that I am very hairy.
Oh.
I'm extremely hairy.
Uh-huh.
And they cast a body double that has no body hair.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? And so he got to set that day, and they were like, oh, that's not going to work.
No.
And then the amazing makeup and wig people on that show. And so they covered him in fake body hair to try to look like me.
Yeah.
And then I thought, okay, if they're saying that'll work, I guess that'll work. And then he walks on set. It literally looked like Austin Powers. I'm not joking. With that fake chest hair they put on Mike Myers.
Yes.
I was like, is that what I look like?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so that
So you
happened.
went ahead and just did the scene yourself.
I think they filmed it with those. They filmed me and Colton are both gay, and it was a gay sex
Wait,
scene.
what?
I know, it's a shock.
Oh, my
I know.
goodness.
Look how I said that. I was like, it's a shock. Yes.
You're kidding.
And both body doubles were straight guys, and they could not. They
Yeah.
didn't know what they were doing.
Oh, no.
So I don't think they used much of that footage, but yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, okay, so now you're trying to date. What
Yes.
else do you want, Billy?
I don't know.
What do you
I'm
want?
trying to figure that out.
Are
I
you really?
guess.
You just
Yeah.
turned 40, and I've said this before. 40 is when a man starts to live. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best time, and you're out and about. Is it easy for you to be out as you? Because everybody expects Billy on the street.
Right.
Is it easy for you to just be?
I just try to ignore it. I think a lot of times celebrities, actors, they get into their head that they're famous and they try to act a certain way. And my whole thing is to sort of work against that and just be normal and live like a normal person. And the way, however people react, they react, you know?
The best disguise is to just wear one of those disposable medical masks over your face. No, it's true. I've done that I went at the Hollywood Bowl when I went to go see Paul Abdul.
Right.
I wore one of those disposable masks over my face and a skull cap. Have you ever done a disguise to go out?
No.
Even on a booty call, you haven't disguised
You want me to
yourself?
wait a second. You want me to show up on a booty call wearing a medical mask? I don't know if that's gonna work.
Have you ever had to go in disguise for
Yes,
anything?
I show up in a yarmulke and like full Orthodox
That's hot.
Jewish
I love
regalia.
That. That's really hot.
So that's pretty hot.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
like that.
Yeah. So when you're looking for love, do they have to be in your faith?
No.
No.
No, I'm not religious at all.
You're not religious at all?
No, I think a really religious person, I mean, do what you need to do. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But you were...
I listen to Oprah Super Soul Conversations podcast. That's as religious as I get. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's as religious as I get.
And we talked a little bit about the dating apps. Have you ever had a long-term relationship
No.
as a result of them?
No. As a result of them, no, not a long-term relationship. I mean, a couple of dates, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's just, I don't know. Those apps are tough. You
Because
know?
are you a fan of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette?
I was a guest on The Bachelor last
were.
season.
What did you do?
With Colton, the virgin, right?
Colton
I
the
don't know. I don't think he's a virgin anymore. I guess because he found someone. I don't know. So I was a guest. You sort of go on. You consult him. I asked him about his sex life and all of that. It was fun.
And what did you tell him?
Well, the whole thing about Colton was that he was a virgin, and people were kind of obsessed with that.
Yeah.
And so I asked him if he really was a virgin, if he was maybe gay. There were some gay rumors floating around about him. But he had a very good sense of humor about it all. Yeah.
Would you ever go on The Bachelor or Bachelorette, or I don't know what it is? What would they call the gay batch? I guess they call it the gay bachelor.
The gay bachelor, yeah.
That sounds like a villain from the Batman TV show. The gay bachelor.
That is very funny. He's like one of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. I did when I was on The Bachelor. I tweeted that I think there should be a gay bachelor.
Okay.
That ABC should do a gay bachelor at some point. Would I want to be that guy? I don't know about that. But I like the idea of someone doing it.
Sure, right.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the idea of having a whole team of people finding someone who's compatible with you, you know, like a Dolly Levi, you know, back in the day, in my day in New York, down below Delancey Street, I just call up Dolly Levi and she'll hook you up.
A matchmaker.
We've got to hook you up with someone. I'll put my thinking cap on. I don't know.
It's tough.
Yeah, we'll think of someone. Hey, we have a little surprise when we come back, so stay right there. Do they coach you on the kiss?
I had to coach some guys on kissing.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Now, she's the latest Bachelorette looking for love. Welcome, Hannah Brown.
A little bit of love goes a long, long way. Lifting you up to a brighter day. A little bit of love goes a long, long way. Turn it around when you up and say, everybody say love, love, love,
I'll save one for me. Oh, thank you. Come on over. Love it. Watch your step there. Here's Billy Eichner. Hannah Brown.
No love for me. What a surprise. Okay. That's the way it always goes.
I got a little carried away.
Yeah, no.
How's it going?
It's going great. Well, I've wrapped filming, so now
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out with the people, getting everybody excited. So.
Yes. Well, I saw a clip with you and my girls with the guys, and they did a Speedo fashion show.
Yeah.
So I was there for that.
It's pretty nice,
It
huh?
was really nice. But
Yeah.
what was surprising was that some of the guys said, I'd never worn a Speedo before. What is that about? You tell me.
Well, some packages were a little disappointing. Maybe that's why.
Well, you know.
I just said that.
No, it just means you have to be a little more creative.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, but some I was like, yeah, you really need to work it, honey.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know? But it's interesting, I have lots of girlfriends who, have to date straight men. Believe it or not, women date straight men. I don't want to shock you.
Sometimes 30 at a time.
Sometimes 30 at a time.
I don't know.
But Hannah, the thing is, I don't envy them because, no shade, don't write me letters, but straight men are sometimes a little bit dull. I said it. There. They're dull. They're dull. Yes.
Some are.
Yeah. Have you found many exciting straight men to date? I'm not talking about all the gay men that you date.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
There are some questionable, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there are some that just cannot meet me at my level of amazing.
Yes. Right on.
But honestly, I've had some characters that
Yeah.
I've got to date, and
Yeah.
I think I have to have somebody that can meet me up there. I just can't deal with them.
Yeah, it's weird. I was never a person, I was always an oddball. I was never someone who sort of dated people or had constant dates.
I didn't either.
Really, where are you from?
Alabama,
Where in Alabama?
Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa. I love it.
Yeah.
So, did you date a lot as a teenager?
No, I didn't. I had my first boyfriend when I was 17 years old, and then I dated, I think I've had like 4 boyfriends before, and then I had 30 at one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I went on this show, I'd kissed like 5, 6 guys, 6 including Colton. By episode 2, I've kissed 10, so I'm like, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do the producers say, okay, we're filming this, give them the tongue. I want you to kiss, I want you all up inside of that brother.
I mean, I want to make sure my kiss looks good on film.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not just going to be a little,
Yeah.
nobody wants to watch that.
Oh,
you know?
do they
You
coach you on the kiss?
No. I had to coach some guys on kissing.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
I need to enjoy it.
You did not enjoy teaching.
No, I did. I can take control.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, hey, like you and all, but let's work on your tongue. The lizard tongue.
Yes.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
The twirl.
Oh my God.
Can't do it.
Yes.
I had a lot of interesting things happen. I was
Like-
like, what just happened in my mouth? I did not.
Now,
Yeah.
you got your heart broken once on the show and went on to become the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
So, did you have to think twice about that? I mean, having done the show before?
Honestly, no, because the heartbreak was so worth it for me because of the experience. I really struggled at first being on The Bachelor. I was like, I'm trying to come into my own, but I'm not quite there yet. And to be put on a huge platform like that with cameras and microphones on you, it was like, am I going to be completely Hannah or not? I'm not sure yet. And then I realized, well, being this in-between's not really working out for me, so I've
Yeah.
really got to go all in.
Yeah.
And it pushed me to really think about, what do I want? What do I want in a marriage, in a relationship? What struggles and things that have hurt me in my past are not helping me move forward? I mean, it really shaped me into this woman. And I think last season with Colton, you see me coming into my own and trying to figure out that. And this season, you see me owning that and realizing that I'm a strong woman and I always have been, and there should be no restraints for me being able to be that.
That is great.
Yeah.
I wish everyone could experience that.
Yeah, it was amazing. So when I got asked to do it or was even considered, I was like, me? I kind of looked a little crazy sometimes, but sure, let's do it. And I was like, absolutely. This has been the best experience of my life, just
bet.
being a part of this franchise. So.
Now, you mentioned that you were from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Yeah.
Which is, I lived in the South for many years.
Where'd you live?
I lived in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
I certainly did, which is not far from there. And, being on a show that's multiracial, do you have any second thoughts of having African-American men on there and what effect that would have on the people back home?
Honestly, it wasn't even just about race. It's about people from with different cultures, different backgrounds than me. Sometimes being in the small town that I was in, I was never even, that just is not how people, it was just, you dated this. I dated the same type of guy all my life. And
Yeah.
so this was the best opportunity for me to really figure out what I want. And it's never been about that for me.
Yeah.
Other people back home, yeah, I'm sure they want to say something, but everybody's going to say something.
That's
It's
right.
my life.
That's right. Just like Mama said,
Yeah.
unless they paying your bill, pay them bitches no mind.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll be right back after this with more Hannah and Billy. We got Billy Eichner and Hannah from The Bachelorette. They're here talking about dating and all of that stuff. I've seen bits of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. I know Ross is a big Bachelorette fan.
Hi.
How are you liking it so far?
I'm obsessed.
good.
Okay, a couple things, questions.
great.
Do you like hardcore go on the vitamin C and Purell all the time because it's cold and flu season?
Yeah.
And you're taping and up in all those mouths. Do you ever take a sick day? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
No, let me tell you. On the second episode, third, I don't even know where I am right now in my season. I got sick where I had to go to the hospital because I got so drained. I went to the hospital, got some IV, still had a date.
Do you know which one of those men?
Girl.
But which one of those men gave it to you? That's what I want to know.
I want to know too.
Yeah.
No, but then I did. I got sick again just from just climates, traveling and stuff, and it was so hard. I mean, I would be like, I'm sorry, I need to have a snot break and be fine because I got to go kiss some other guy.
Okay, question number 2.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rue. Do you mind?
Go on,
Thank you.
go on.
Okay.
I love it.
Do you ever want to eliminate more than they'll let you eliminate? Because I've been on some bad dates that I wish I could just cut them loose right away. Do you know? I mean, I could talk all day. Do you know that you're going to let someone go, but you got to keep them around for a couple more weeks? Yeah, I knew it. I knew it, Rue. I
You
knew
got to
it.
give him a chance.
Yeah. Now, because Billy, you've been on the set of that show.
Yeah.
And what was your takeaway from the experience?
My
yeah, what was it?
takeaway is that I feel like you can tell pretty quickly some are there sort of thinking about furthering their career.
Okay.
And they're there to get Instagram followers and to become try to become a brand and get on a magazine cover. And some are just like, this will be a fun 4 weeks of my life and then I'll go back to my real job.
I see.
You know what I mean?
So, Hannah, which is it for you? Why did you do the show?
Honestly, how this all happened for me is so crazy. I feel like it was just supposed to happen. I just got nominated by this videographer that did stuff when I was Miss Alabama USA, and I was talking about my past. Yeah, okay.
Yay.
Was talking about my past relationships, and what got brought up was the Miss America, Miss Alabama, had a question about, would you ever do The Bachelor? And she asked me what I thought about that, and I said, whew. Well, I'm so single at this point, I guess I'd try it if somebody asked me. And so she went back home, didn't tell me, and nominated me.
Okay.
So I get a random phone call, and I'm like, this has to be a telemarketer or whatever this is. And they asked me about the show, and I was like, I don't know. I've never really thought about doing that.
Yeah.
And it was more like, I thought I was going to be engaged. I want to find love, and I really was attracted to Colton and who he was. So I was like, okay, if it's Colton, I'll do it. And then it was, and I was like, all right, we'll do this thing. And it was just everything just kind of lined up, because if it wouldn't have been him, I wouldn't have done it. If that lady would have not entered me, I would have never done that for myself.
Yeah. Now, was Colton the virgin?
Yes,
Yeah.
Colton was the virgin.
Oh, so were you the one who?
No.
No.
He dumped me.
Oh, he dumped you.
He dumped me.
Do you think it's possible to find the one?
Oh, I'm fine.
Do you think it's actually possible to find the one on a television show like that?
it's hard, but isn't it hard to find the one in real life too? you
Yes,
know?
ma'am.
And so it's just like I think people fall in love sometimes when they at freaking the grocery store.
Sure.
So like if I fall in love on national television, then what a crazy story that is. And
Yeah.
we went through some crap to get there. But
Yeah, I met my husband on the dance floor at a disco in New York City.
yeah. And were you prepared for that?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't out looking. I was actually getting over another breakup,
Yeah.
and my friend said, "Come on, go out, just get your mind off of it." And I saw him on the dance floor dancing like a freak. And
My favorite kind.
Yes.
Yes.
And I had to go over and say, what are you doing?
Do we
What
need
are
to take you to
going
the
through?"
hospital?
And you know, that was 1994, and here we are. Yes. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a relationship before?
Oh yes.
You have?
I
What was the longest period of time?
almost 4 years.
Okay, that's
And
a long
then-
time.
Yeah, and it was really serious, and it was like started in high school through college, and then I had another very serious relationship after that. That was a year and a half. So, yeah, I've only dated for marriage. I don't know. I can't really
See, I date for money, you know.
Ah,
Yeah.
probably smarter.
Yeah.
But I can't. I have to be able to be like, could I actually see myself with this guy? I don't know how to casually date, and that's why this was hard for me because I'm like, how am I supposed to like be macking on this guy, have feels for him, and then go on a date the next day, and like compartmentalize those relationships because it's like I am growing feelings. I am trying to like see if this is real, somebody that I would want to marry. But when you have like all these different relationships, I'm like, this about this person, this about this person, but
Yeah.
I can't focus on that because I got a date with him today.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
What do your parents think of all of this?
They saw the growth that I had as a person, and so they were really supportive of me being the Bachelorette. And they were like, "Oh, Lord bless you. We don't know what you're going to say, but just be yourself." And they've been really like, really supportive of everything.
Now,
So-
listen, I know, Billy, you have to go, but Hannah is staying, and we're going to do some more dishing, all right?
All right.
All
can't
right.
wait.
Stay right there. There are men who prefer a mature woman.
Wait a minute. I said I'm old. I didn't say I'm mature.
Now, Hannah's not the only Bachelorette in the house. Hattie from New York is active on Tinder and looks for men 25 to 50. Oh, and did I mention she's 82? Give it up for Hattie.
A little bit of love goes a long, long way, lifting you up to a brighter day. A little bit of love goes a long, long way. Turn it around when you up and say, everybody say love,
Welcome, welcome. Watch your step there. Here, watch your step here, darling. There you are. I love it. Hattie, my goodness, you're gorgeous. You are gorgeous.
Somebody's got to do it.
That's right. And it might as well be Hattie.
Yes.
Might as well be Hattie. Now, you're still at it. You haven't closed up shop. You're ready to, you're open for business.
24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. So now tell me about the dates you go on. What usually happens?
Well, it's not unusual to have old men with young women. Like that we know.
Yes.
So this is like a public service to balance the scale.
Why not? Yes, absolutely. So let's talk about this dating thing. When did you start using Tinder and start dating men from the ages of 25 to 50? When did that all start?
Well, I got divorced. I was 48. And then I lived with a man for 2 years, and he was about the same age, and that seemed okay. Mm-hmm. One day, I was going on a date with an age-appropriate man.
Yeah.
Whatever that
I've
is.
heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we started walking towards his bedroom.
Oh.
And then I look to the right, and I see this room with sneakers and hockey sticks and Beatles photos. I said, I'm not going to that bedroom. I want this one.
Whose bedroom was that?
His son.
His son. There are men who prefer a mature woman.
Wait a minute. I said I'm old. I didn't say I'm mature.
Well, you know, were you worried that certain men had maybe have fetishized being with a mature woman?
Yeah. I didn't care.
You didn't care. No.
No. This is a little racy, but find me a with a brain. Believe me, I would confess to you if one ever said you're too old for me. I would tell you.
You know, it's funny you say, I was just saying that this morning. I was just saying that this morning. Yeah. So now what's your advice for Hannah, Hattie?
Okay.
Give me some. You obviously have some.
Yeah, I do.
Some
I
things
have-
to tell me.
Well,
I need your secrets.
okay. Your beauty, inner and outer beauty, because I watched you and you're really lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Now, that loveliness is more important, that inner loveliness is more important than any of the show it, which you have. But what really sustains and makes a man feel she will be there. She is there. Her love can go deeply and it can be real. And she has enough self-love. If she's not a narcissist, she has enough love to feel it and share it. That's the best thing you can do.
Wow.
Thank
That's
you.
great advice.
Thank you. That was really good.
Now, how many times have you been married?
I'm sorry to say only once.
So the one time.
I would have been married immediately after, and I would still get married.
Yeah.
I think marriage, that bond, and that person in bed with you, the available love, the available sex, the available support, delight, that's the best thing you can get.
It's the best thing.
It's the best.
We've got more with Hannah and Hattie after this. So many questions. Oh my goodness, we're having a lot of fun here with Hannah Brown and Hattie, who is
Hannah
a
and
dating
Hattie.
expert here, still dating after all these years. It's amazing. Now, Rachel is 27 and says she keeps meeting the wrong person on dating apps. What's going on?
Yeah, I do. It's probably my fault. I don't know.
Oh, don't say that.
I know, Hattie. I know I'm not supposed to negative self-talk, but I guess I'm a little bit of a freak.
Are you?
Yeah.
Isn't everybody though?
Yeah.
I hope so,
Yeah.
and that's what I try to put out there. I'm like, come to me, my freaks. Come to me, my kid. And they do come to me, but then I'm like, oh, I want a family, and they're like, I gotta go.
Oh yeah. Hattie, any advice for Rachel?
If you approach a man or have him approach you, let him come toward who you are, rather than being an audition for a stand-up comedy show. So you want him to feel that he's chosen you and not that you've auditioned for him, that you've created yourself as a woman that a man wants.
Okay. All right. Now, I know that Ross is newly single, and I know that you are out on the, do we call it the market anymore?
It's so confusing. I mean, I'm not on the dating apps. I've downloaded one, but I'm too scared to start
Which one is it?
I don't want to say
you don't
what
want to say.
it is. But I haven't made a profile yet because it's so awkward. But I actually Googled. Now I'm like the profile whisperer. I have some suggestions for a profile because it can be very confusing.
Oh,
Ru.
yeah.
The most important thing is the picture, okay? The picture on your profile. And they say you should not use a selfie. You should use one where you're actually active doing something.
Oh.
And make sure you smile. No duck lips in your photo. Make sure you're having fun and have multiple pictures, okay?
Like
Do you have duck lips in yours?
I'm doing this in mine.
No good. And then on the apps, you have to write in your bio. People skip the bio, okay? You need to talk about what you like, what kind of person you are, and certainly what you're looking for. Rachel!
Oh my goodness.
Rachel, I thought you were kidding.
I thought she was kidding too.
That is unacceptable,
Yeah.
Rachel.
bad.
Look at her bio.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
But that's important to me. Like it's
No,
spirit.
no,
That's my only line.
we need to delete that line
Yeah.
from her bio.
Yeah.
And we need a brand new picture for you, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
You-
Yeah.
'cause
Okay.
look how gorgeous you are.
Absolutely
Look at
gorgeous.
this girl.
Gorgeous. Now, Hattie worked with Rachel before the show and came up with a few new profile photos. Let's see those photos. That's gorgeous.
This is great.
That's fantastic.
This is a much better bio than put me in a half Nelson.
Yeah.
All right. She says, I'm fun, open, unconventional woman who adores adventure, loves good cuddles and cozy time. That's
do.
who you are, Rachel.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Plus,
Yeah.
and then finally, when you meet somebody interesting, a lot of people just talk for a really long time and never meet up. They say you should do two things. First, FaceTime with them. So you
Okay.
can get that face-to-face, sort of see if they look like they actually say they look
Yeah.
like in their
Yeah.
picture. And then actually meet up with them. You don't need a pen pal, honey. We don't want to talk for 6 months and then let it fizzle. Make a date, go out, meet them, and see if it works. All right?
That's great advice. All right, we're going to go to break, but I got to remind you that The Bachelorette airs Monday nights on ABC. Thanks, everyone. We'll be right back after this. Hey, guys, thank you for letting us be a part of your day. Now, be sure to follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Now, before we go, we have a very special at-home sleigh today. Take a look.
Hey Ru, I am so excited about your new talk show. Wish I could be sitting here on the couch with you. As a friend and fan, I am so excited to watch your new TV show. Love you.
Ah! Oh, how fabulous. Miley Cyrus. You know, Miley Cyrus and I have a single that's actually out right now. It's not a G-rated song, so be careful. Don't play it for the kids, okay? But she's such a great gal, and she has got it together, that one there. And I love that. All right. So until next time, bye.